Wealth Strozier, and welcome back to another show of CHEA Use of Knowledge is Power. Guess who's back? Miss Cheryl Woodyard from Flagstar Bank. The holidays are coming. Let's talk about your expenses.
Are you over the age of 25 and you haven't graduated from high school? Are you over the age of 30 and you're having problems with basic reading and math calculations, and you need to return to school but you're afraid of the traditional classroom setting? Are you over the age of 50 and you're having problems finding a job because you don't know how to use a computer? Well, don't worry, CHEA Adult Skills Center is here for you. We work with adults aged 25 years of age and older in basic reading, math, GED prep, and computer training. So please give us a call today because CHEA is here to help you.
Welcome back. Tonight we have Miss Cheryl Woodyard from Flagstar Bank. We know the holidays are fastly approaching, especially Christmas, and we want to talk about money management. So, Miss Cheryl Woodyard, welcome back.
Absolutely glad to be here.
Great. Let's talk about a little bit about Flagstar Bank. Give us a little history on Flagstar Bank.
Well, Flagstar Bank started as a mortgage lending corporation, and they always did very well with it. In fact, they did so well that in 1987, they decided to open a bank to fund their own loans. And since that time, we have grown, and we are now in California, Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana.
All right.
We are headquartered here, proudly so, and serving the greater community around all of those branches in every state that we're located in.
Okay.
My office is in Grand Blanc, and here I am.
All right. We have another in Genesee County. How many branches do you have in Genesee County?
Genesee County, just the one.
Just the one.
And the next closest branch is in Fenton.
Anything in Saginaw?
Nothing in Saginaw.
But not to say that you probably won't go to Saginaw one of these days.
At one point we were there.
Okay.
But as we grow, I'm sure that we'll have opportunities to take a look around the various communities and make those choices at that time.
All righty. The holidays are fastly approaching.
Yes, they are.
It's almost the Christmas season. Actually, if you pay attention to the stores nowadays, in October, they have the Christmas things out. And so now they have Halloween, Thanksgiving, they have Halloween clearance, Thanksgiving sales, and they're putting out Christmas items.
Yes, it's that time of the year.
It is. So let's talk about our money when it comes to the holidays.
How do you get started? So number one, holiday spending. You should have begun saving about 8 months ago.
Okay. Now, when you say we should have started saving 8 months ago, how should a person save just for Christmas shopping?
Well, generally speaking, if you are with a bank or credit union, they do offer those holiday accounts. But just in case you don't necessarily want one, just to put a few dollars away with each paycheck is a really good way to start. But even before that, you need to decide how much are you going to commit to your holiday spending. And taking a look at holiday spending in not just terms of the gifts that you want to give, but also the meals you're going to serve. Because holiday time, we tend to do a lot of cooking, more than usual. So you're going to want to include that budget for grocery shopping. You're going to want to consider your decorating. If you're anything like me, every holiday I have to have that changeover of the tables and my decorations and what's going on my doors. So with that in mind, keeping up with exactly how much you want to spend, what you want to spend it on is a good way to get yourself started.
If I didn't start saving six months ago, what can I do now to ensure I have enough money for shopping?
Well, at this point, it sounds like you may need to commit an actual paycheck. I'm just saying, depending on how much you want to spend, the time is so short. So again, if you did not start months ago, it's still not too late. You just have to take a look at what your budget can accommodate at this point and go from there. No overspending.
No overspending.
No overspending.
What kind of apps can I use in order to help me create a budget?
There are a number of apps. In fact, wherever you bank has an application. So start with the app that your own bank offers. And if you have the opportunity to have more than one bank, Flagstar Bank should be one of them.
Alrighty.
For each account that you have, there's a way for you to move money from that account to a savings account, if you will, or an account that you're just going to park the money in until you're ready to spend it. So either way it goes, start with your bank and move out from there.
Okay. Let's talk about setting financial goals.
Yes.
Why is that important?
Setting a financial goal is the number one way to actually meet your financial goals. You have to start with the plan first. Sit down, work with what you have currently, and commit to it. So if you have a budget for, you want a new home, or you need a new car, or I always say, none of us have enough put to the side for those unexpected emergencies. Your refrigerator breaks down, you have an auto repair that has just popped up out of nowhere. And as is the case, holiday time, I promise you, one of those emergencies is coming up.
That is true.
Maintaining that commitment to how you're going to spend your funds and not overspending.
Yeah.
Truly sitting down, pen to paper, and deciding how much are you going to spend, how much will you commit to that, putting those funds to the side, and then not overdoing it. It's so easy to do. As a well-known shopper myself,
I love shopping.
I'm very disciplined about it though.
Okay.
I know what I want to spend, I know where I want to spend it, but I also don't go overboard. I need not put myself in a position where post-holiday blues includes all the money I need to pay back.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling, so I don't go there with it.
Credit cards and holiday shopping. What is your take on that?
Be cautious.
Okay.
Be cautious. First things first, know how much you have available on your line, and then going back to sticking with the commitment, don't go over it. The truth of the matter is, it's hard to make those post-holiday payments if you have gone too far.
Too far. We had to play Santa Claus.
Yes.
Create our list, checking it twice,
Yes.
gonna find out who's naughty or nice. And then according to that list, I'm gonna build my budget as to how much I'm gonna spend for either the holiday or for per person. I like to shop ahead of the season. I'm normally done way before Christmas. I don't like crowds. And I don't always believe I'm getting the best deal during the holiday season. So let's talk about the deals when it comes to shopping and our money.
Well, I like what you said. The holiday time is you're supposed to be getting these great deals, Black Friday, and are we really? I'm with you. I don't want to be in a huge crowd, so I buy a little bit all year long.
Yes.
Put it to the side. Sometimes I can't hold a secret, so I give something
Ahead of time.
It was so good. You have to have it now. But for the most part, sticking with it and understanding that just because the word sale is attached to it does not necessarily mean I'm getting a better deal now than I would have 4 months ago or 4 months from now. Okay. So just be cautious.
Okay.
Be cautious.
We created our list.
We checked
it twice. So we already know who's naughty and nice. So why should I have a list when I go Christmas shopping outside of the fact of who wants what for Christmas? Why should I have a list?
Because it's so easy to be sidetracked. It is so easy. So if using round numbers, you guys know me, I like my round numbers. So you have 5 people you want to buy for. You've decided you're going to spend $20 on each person for a total of $100. You've got your list. You know what you want. and all of a sudden you see something that, oh, you just have to have it. Now what happens to the budget? Now you have to adjust because you purchased that thing that was so fantastic. So now the 5 people that you were supposed to be spending for are no longer going to be receiving a gift that's worth 20.
Yeah, that's true.
So you've got to completely redo your list. You know who's getting a gift. Now you've got to adjust that budget.
That is true.
So your $100, if you are lucky, it's still 100. You're just going to spend less on the 5 people who were on the list.
Yeah.
Now, I know how this works. Most of us are going to see that wonderful gift for us, I mean, and we're going to buy it. So out of the 100, for the 5 people we're going to buy, there's only $40 left. Or I'm going to still get that gift and still spend that $100. So now I have completely blown my budget out of the water.
That's true. That's
Not
true.
to mention buying something for myself.
That's true.
So again, the list can help if you stay committed to it.
You said something earlier in the show I never really thought about. And when I think about holiday shopping, I never considered the menu
Oh yeah.
as being a part of my budget.
It absolutely is.
So you have to consider your menu, the amenities, tablecloth, and napkins, all that type of things. Your guest that's going to be coming. But another thing I never think about is I still have to live.
Absolutely. All the more reason to take into account what you're going to be spending your money on. So again, back to round numbers. If you ordinarily spend $200 a month on food, a good Christmas or Thanksgiving meal, that event could be $200. Hence, asking people to bring in a dish. But
That's true.
for the most part, that budget needs to include that. It's so easy not to consider that. So instead of you feeding yourself and your normal family, your nuclear family, now you have all kinds of relatives and friends and people stopping by. They're going to want to eat too.
That is true.
So with that in mind, I say take a look at what your budget really needs
Overall
to include.
budget,
Overall
and not
budget.
just for the holiday
Correct.
itself. Wow,
Correct.
that's a lot to really figure and take in consideration. What is retail therapy?
Oh, it's so good.
I might know it, but I want to hear what you have to say because I may do it every now and then.
Retail therapy is just a vernacular for shopping.
Shopping just to be shopping.
Shopping just to be shopping. You feel good, go shopping. You feel bad, go shopping. You're bored, go shopping. You're upset, go shopping. That shopping does have some very powerful, positive feelings that it leaves you with, unless you're spending money you really don't have.
Got it.
At that point, you need a different kind of therapy.
Shop with a purpose.
Shop with purpose. Shop with purpose. Know what you need. Go get it. Now, there are folks who can actually go to the mall, walk around, look, try things on. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. And come out of there and they have nothing. That has never been my personal experience.
I want you to look into the camera because there should be a specific person watching this episode. When you go shop with a purpose, buy something, or have an idea that you're going there. But you know what? I do find that a lot of men don't like to window shop. And I'm the same way. I don't like to window shop. When I go shopping for a specific reason and for a specific store. But I do know people who go shopping and it's like, what are you going for? They never buy anything at all. Do you have any psychological expertise on why a person would do something like that?
Well, let's give them some respect.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going window shopping
Mm-hmm.
and they get to see everything and touch everything and enjoy that experience, it did not cost them one penny
That's
to do
true.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how powerful that is.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have that experience, but not leave with the financial burden.
So that takes some willpower?
That takes a mighty amount of willpower.
Okay, alrighty. So we're going to stick to a plan. So our plan is to have a budget as to the whole entire holiday season, because
Right.
Thanksgiving is part of this holiday season.
Right. So just look at it this way: from Thanksgiving to New Year, there's going to be entertaining in there. There's going to be opportunities for different events that you may want to go to. Will it require a special outfit? Gift giving. If you're going to someone's home, you don't want to go empty-handed.
That is true.
You want to present them with, a nice gift for the host or the hostess. So yeah, you want to take into account all of that.
Okay, so we're going to have this budget set. We're going to make a list.
Check it twice.
We're going to find out who's naughty or nice. Even the naughty ones will probably get something for Christmas
Well, yeah.
this year. So make sure, but we're going to follow that list and don't deviate from it as much as possible.
Correct.
Okay?
The closer you stay to the list, the less likely you are to go over the budget. If the budget doesn't matter, then you're kind of going to be winging it.
True.
I don't know about you, but I need my list.
Yes.
Primarily because I have that tendency to get the squirrel thing going on. Oh, it's shiny and pretty. Let's go over there and look at it. Oh, was I supposed to get a loaf of bread? That wasn't about a shiny thing.
That's why it's always important to ask for me. It's always important to ask, what would you like for Christmas this year? That does give me some idea as to how much I'm going to be spending and actually what store I'm going to be shopping at.
Correct.
Because I'm looking for something in particular. So we're going to stick to that plan. I'm going to shop online this year.
Very good. That's easy.
Okay.
Still got to have a budget.
Still got to have that budget.
Still have to keep your budget.
All right.
Now, with shopping online, I will say this. You have to factor in, if you don't meet whatever their minimum requirement is for free shipping, you got to take in consideration that the online shopping is going to have the shipping fee unless you meet whatever their minimum requirement is for it to be free. That's another part of the budget.
Okay.
So you can't think in terms of, okay, I got these fabulous boots online, they were $100. With tax, they were $106. With shipping, they're $126.
That's true.
Okay, so just add everything in. Add everything in.
How much retail fraud do we have? Do we have more retail fraud with credit cards during the holidays?
It's year round. The
Year
bad
round.
guys never sleep. They are
Okay.
up and at it 24 hours a day. Now, online and using your debit card, if you are your best source for policing those. If you have a line item on your credit card statement or your bank statement that you don't recognize, you need to look into that right away. And again, I highly recommend putting alerts on your phone so that every time you use your card, it sends you a alert. How much, where it was. If you get one and you know it's not you, you can stop the bleeding right then and there.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So it's really smart.
This year I can participate in a Christmas fund program.
Okay.
What is the best time next year to start one?
Right now.
Okay.
Right now. Most institutions will have two different clubs, if you will.
Okay.
A Christmas club that you can start now and you commit a certain amount of money to it. You can either do it as a direct deposit or as a transfer, or you can just walk into your institution and make that cash deposit.
Okay.
They also have a vacation fund. You need to be sure that for the vacation fund, that's usually going to be a check that's going to come to you in late April, early May.
But starting now, it will come.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is a shorter period of time, but for that holiday, this is a good time to get started because generally speaking, the check that you would have received this year from last year is most of the time that gets out to you the end of October or the beginning of November.
Is that an interest accruing account or no?
Yes, it is.
It is.
It is. It absolutely
And that's
is.
considered a savings account.
It is a savings account because you are saving for a specific time frame.
What is the interest rate?
That's going to depend. Now, for the most part, it's not going to be as generous as the rates on your normal savings account, which is supposed to be a long-term, just rarely touch it kind of funding.
Okay.
So, generally speaking, it's probably going to be somewhere in the 0.10 to 0.25 rate, which is still good. It's better than nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you a surprise question.
Okay, surprise me.
I have a Facebook, and I said this year, why don't you give a book opposed to buying a toy because this will last longer.
Very good.
So I had a lady who contacted me, and she purchased 20 books, and it's called Kira and Me, Homonyms and Homophones. You can find it on Amazon and eBay. But I told my mom this year I wanted a gold coin because I'm going to start collecting gold. Nothing
I got you.
gold and silver, nothing as a collectible item, but to start storing wealth.
Okay.
What would be some creative banking or financial gifts in order to give to someone?
Okay, well, I like the idea that you just talked about of giving books because, again, those last forever. Along the fun lines, giving $2 bills, new bills, any denomination.
Okay.
But in particular, the fun $1 silver or $1 gold, the $2 bills, and encourage whoever you're giving them to hold on to them. That's a nice way to start that commitment to holding on to money and not spending it. Also, if you have that information, giving savings bonds is always a really nice way to gift funds to somebody that you care about.
I just asked someone about savings bonds again because I said, well, you can just give me a savings bond. They said, well, they don't do savings bonds anymore. Is that true?
No, they absolutely do. But as the gift giver, you would need to have some of their information.
Yes, social security number and all that. Is it still taking several years in order for those bonds to mature?
Well, it depends on what kind of bonds, but
Okay.
yes. The purpose for buying bonds now is you pay a specific amount, and once they mature, they're worth more. So yes. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. It's a really nice way too, especially for younger people to start themselves on the road to saving money. Because if you turn it in early, you're not getting the maximum benefit for that matured amount.
That is true. We have to be kind of wiser as we become older. Toys are fun and wonderful, but we need to look down the road to financial literacy and to be able to have some assets and not just liabilities all the time that has no value at all. Well, Ms. Woodyard, I want to tell you thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
a beautiful smile. You do. I want to tell you thank you again. And viewers, I hope you take this information and enjoy yourself doing the Christmas holiday shopping. See you next week.
Are you over the age of 25 and you haven't graduated from high school? Are you over the age of 30 and you're having problems with basic reading and math calculations? And you need to return to school but you're afraid of the traditional classroom setting? Are you over the age of 50 and you're having problems finding a job because you don't know how to use a computer? Well, don't worry, CHEA Adult Skills Center is here for you. We work with adults aged 25 years of age and older in basic reading, math, GED prep, and computer training. So please give us a call today because CHEA is here to help you.
Blooper!
Don't search for words with you. It's just like it's a
It's
flow.
natural because you got chemistry.
Yeah,
It's
we've
just
been
right
married
here.
since 2011.
I know, happily married.
Thank you for joining me on tonight. We're gonna be talking about your money, and tonight, money management. That's what we're gonna talk about. Okay, can you give me another countdown?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, if you was over there in the corner dancing, that'd be a good one.
Oh, I have that.
Now you her.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Oh, bloopers! Okay, let's say that if I didn't stay on my plan, like you told me, I'm sorry. We do have some hard-headed people.
Well,
Hard
this
head
is
make
human
a song.
nature, and it's so easy. Blooper.
Understand your expenses?
No, just let's keep it.
Let's keep going,
it
just talking. All right. So
Yep.
let me say,
Can we cut?
yeah.
Thank you, cause
You sweat like a
Ooh, baby.
Oh, don't go too far.
Oh, yeah, take the, yeah.
I'm sorry, you gonna kill us with these microphones. Okay. Let us sister dust her face off.
Oh, you fine. Is the camera just showing them, or is it showing both of us?
It's showing just them.
Good. So that means I could be looking down to get good. I should have asked that earlier. Okay. And hold on, let me look. Where you want to start?
Nice.
Perfect. Woo, woo. But you do your due diligence. You, as a consumer, I want to see you get the best rate along with the best service.
And the reason why I asked that question because I started looking into CDs.
Mm-hmm.
And at the bank that I bank at, the CDs were higher.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, well, I thought all the CDs were the same. And come to find out they're not. And that was very surprising. So that meant that I had to go to somewhere else in order to get a certificate of deposit. So to know that it's okay to shop for a better interest rate, please do that. You don't have to have that loyalty to your credit union or to another institution if they don't have a better rate for you.
If what's best for you is not where you are, that's an opportunity to start looking around and finding the institution that will better serve your needs.
Okay. Knowledge isn't power, it's the use of the knowledge. That's where the power lies.